Today, we're going to talk about just start where you are. Sometimes we are looking at other people and don't understand how they have gotten there. But today, just start where you are.
Educate, empower, enable, impact. Thank you for tuning in to That Will Never Work, an award-winning podcast where we share inspiring information and personal experiences related to business and the entrepreneurial journey from those who are leaders in their respective field. Now, here's your host, author and business coach, Maurice.
Thank you very much for tuning in today. I appreciate you. So, here is the idea for this show. As I explain, starting where you are. Sometimes we don't understand how other organizations has grown, and more importantly, how they have grown so rapidly, or the appearance of them growing so rapidly. And I know for myself, I was caught up in that as well, because I did not understand how certain individuals who were starting off with me, around me, and we had the same skill level, in my opinion. So how were they able to scale faster? Now, today, what I would like for you to understand is the value of first building that foundation to even scale. Are you ready for that? I had to learn over all these years that I have not been ready to scale. I've had opportunities to speak to people from all over the world, literally, and listen to their stories and their anecdotes and their examples of how and why they have or have not scaled to the place to where they would like to. And to me, in my opinion, the overarching thought, whether they scaled or not, was, were they ready for that opportunity when it happened? Or if it has not happened, are they still building upon it or creating that foundation to get it done? Again, for myself, that's one of the challenges that I have faced, is understanding what I need in order for me to scale. Now, can you grow your company as a lone wolf? You can. But that's not the best way to scale. And you have to put people in position, understand that you cannot be the sole purpose or the sole person that is educated 100%. You need to understand, like, there are going to be moments and situations where you can't be the smartest person in the room. And as I was told, you shouldn't be. There should always be someone smarter than you, wiser than you, someone that has more education in their particular space than you. Because if everyone's on the same playing field, how do you grow? How do you not just grow physically, financially with the organization, but how do you grow personally in order for you to look outside the box, stay, I'm going to say like this, stay childlike as you grow, because what is a child normally? What's their attitude? In most cases, most children are inquisitive. They're creative. They want to continue to see this large world and let's go explore it. I remember my son at the age of 1.5 to about 3.5. He and I had this thing where, and it started a little earlier, but it really became a habit later on, where all he wanted to do was just jump off of stuff into my arms. He literally just wanted to be there and just laugh and joke and jump off of chairs and steps and the couch and all these places, knowing that I was going to be there with him. But I don't know what that brought to him. I know from my perspective as an adult, what my thoughts were, but I have no idea what type of exhilaration that brought to his life. And so, are we looking at our organizations? Are we looking at our businesses and understanding that, hey, we need to stay childlike as we embrace the new adventures, the new ideas, the new ways of innovation? Are we looking at it that way? And then are we putting in place with that exuberation the true things of the foundation that all this needs to stay on, to hinge on? And so, just as I stated a few moments ago of how I learned a lot from a lot of individuals, and I spoke to all these people. If you would like to be on the podcast, if you want to share your story and how you have grown, please sign up for.
If you are host of a podcast and looking for guests, maybe you have an amazing idea or company that you want to share and you would like to be a guest on a podcast. Join Podmatch today by visiting www.joinpodmatch.com/Maurice D. Chisholm. Looking to hearing from you soon.
So I've had the opportunity to meet some amazing people on Podmatch. So I encourage you to do likewise. And so as we look at the foundation, we stay childlike. We understand that we have to be inquisitive and all those things. But also there has to be the adult side of this, of understanding, do we have the proper licenses and permits and the accounting, do we have the right workforce in place? And so we need to keep these things in the forefront of our mind, ultimately understanding what are we keeping our mission and our vision in the forefront. Are we understanding like, hey, that is the foundation, and any and everybody who you need to bring in need to be able to understand that this is your mission, this is your vision, and this is how you're looking to move the organization forward. Because the one thing you don't want to do is lose track of that as you continue to build. Because a lot of times as we're trying to scale, we say, hey, let's go off just a little. And sometimes you can. Not saying it can't happen, but sometimes it's harder to bring it back if you're not disciplined enough. So as long as you keep your mission and your vision intact as you scale, as you bring in more people, and then that way you understand if there's any questions that come up, any concerns that come up, you can answer almost affirmatively that as long as these challenges are here, if it in the context of our mission and our vision, we should be able to handle almost everything. So when you're looking at your foundation, please understand that you have to have control and understanding of your mission and your vision. Then the people that you bring along with you are a part of that mission and that vision. And understand that every part of the business that you need help in, that every line of business, not line of business, but every department, quote unquote, and you bring those people into those departments, make sure that they are on point with that. So you hiring the people, and then those departments as they start, because once you get them into those spaces and places and the business starts to grow, each department is going to start taking on a life of its own. So making sure that everyone understands the true foundation of your mission and your vision. And now trying to keep everybody under control to some degree, right? As everyone stays childlike. Because no matter what the situation was for my child as he was jumping, I made sure that we were in certain places and spaces and that we did not do that just all willy-nilly, right? So that way he nor I would get hurt in the process. That more importantly, that he wasn't hurt in the process where I had the opportunity of slipping or falling, tripping, not close enough, not far, whatever it might have been. So how many of you are building that foundation and understand what the importance is as understanding your mission and vision are 100% clear? I thank you very much for listening today. And be sure to write those things down. Put it on your vision board. Put it on your whiteboard in your office. Well, Maurice, I don't have an office. Well, wherever you deem it to be an office, it could be an office, whether it's a dining room table or a 18,000 square foot building. Either way, it's your office. So continue to be inquisitive.
Introducing Well, Why Not the Workbook, the transformative workbook for your journey of self-discovery and growth. Uncover your true purpose, overcome challenges, and embrace fulfillment. Let Well, Why Not the Workbook be your trusted companion in navigating life's twists and turns. Embrace your potential. Discover your why. Transform your life. Purchase Well, Why Not the Workbook, because your journey deserves purpose and fulfillment. You can purchase today on Amazon.com.
Thanks for listening. Follow Maurice Chisholm on social media to stay connected and check back weekly for new episodes. Until next time, that will never work. Or will it?